Hello everyone, Genghis here as usual, and today we got a nice series of games between OMNI and Works, which I did not play. I'm just going to commentate afterwards. I was told all the games are pretty good. These games were played in the course of a stronghold attack where OMNI attacked the Works stronghold. Works being one of the, I guess, top 2 German clans at the moment, and OMNI obviously being the one and only. So we're here in redshire in the first game, both teams using 2 RT, it's 261 and T92, kind of interesting, not the Conqueror, for OMNI, and Conqueror and M53 for Works. Obviously, Works having the better angles and the mobility with the M53, but OMNI having the better DPM constant shooters with the 261 and even the T92, which is, in my opinion, a bit underrated at the moment, so it is actually a viable option compared to the Conqueror. We have 4 heavies for OMNI, 5 for Works, 215B preference for OMNI, A5 for Works, 215B they're better at sniping, E5 is a bit better at brawling on this kind of a map. Nothing too impressive there. 2 bat shots for OMNI, 3 for Works, so pretty similar. I mean, 2 basically means you want to scout 2 flanks. And then a bunch of 140/907s, pretty much just Russian mediums on both teams. Having more of those for OMNI since they have 1 less bat shot and 1 less heavy. So Liam is going pretty aggressive here with all his mediums, taking this side of the map, keeping the heavies here, having a bat shot in the bush there, which is pretty well known and kind of risky to take since it can get blind shotted, but it's just so useful. And Works kind of doing the same thing, coming over here but that running away, taking a bit of free damage but not too much to matter, taking more or less the opposite positions with the heavies. We have 1 bat shot really camping in the back there to just keep some vision on the 1-2 lines, at least the back of it. And relocating the 261, really nice play. And that's that. If you're wondering who Liam is, he's pretty much the second best warded in OMNI after me, I guess. Sorry, I just had to make that pun because I know Liam's gonna watch. Which doesn't say that, it isn't true. He's also another deputy along with me. And that's a Nichte. Although one could say that I'm more of an honorary deputy. Anyway, with that out of the way, I just wanted to say that at one point in these 3 videos. Liam moving up pretty aggressively here. And otherwise the game kind of slowed down, so I am gonna go into... Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. Okay, right now I'm confused how I go into ×2 speed. There we go. Don't make minimap. Let's keep the minimap that size, that should be pretty good. Tell me by the way in the comments because I got some complaints about the minimap size. Like sometimes I just forget to make it bigger because whenever you open a replay it starts at tiny size for some reason. But I guess this should be fine, right? Question mark. Anyway, Works being a bit more aggressive on those 1-2 lines. OMNI being on the attacking side, so we have 7 minutes left to make something work. Although Works is kind of being on the aggressive on the 1-2 line. Liam is sending back half of his 140 force to defend that. Really important because you can't allow the enemy to have the crossfire between here and here because then those heavies would die. But actually, while I'm saying that, the heavies are going to move in under the ridgeline over here, since they're going to have support from here and from here. So if enemies would try to peek from this ridgeline, let's slow it down again. These mediums would peek on them, or would shoot them in the back, and if they're getting spotted over here by proxy spots, these mediums can get some nice shots. At the same time, moving up over here, getting a bit lucky. No block and stuff. Getting some map control actually right now. After kind of Works made their bat shot push. Now OMNI's turn, and we pretty much have most of the map now, since holding this position is pretty aggressive and really, really nice to have. I feel like this bat shot could start to consider moving. But, nothing's perfect. Ever. So that's all fine. And the crossfire is pretty good. It would be best if they could manage to get the mediums into like here to really have shots on those E5s. But obviously that's a pretty risky position because you're pretty prone to getting pushed. Although I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going to happen next. Especially if I'm not mistaken, once you cross the open ground just over here. Lol. Yeah, new block, I said it. If you get into this area, okay. You can also cap, but that's kind of risky considering there's 2 arties. But once you get into this area, you hold down onto all these heavies, which is obviously pretty nice. Using an arty strike here for OMNI, and an airstrike. Really nice job from Nia actually, like to not stay behind the house like a retard and get wrecked from the RT blind shot. I'm putting out some pressure on the cap while Works is pushing towards the north on the 1-2 lines, and that's actually a pretty good move, because although those mediums are held down, since the heavies have relocated onto where they have relocated, there is no support anymore on the, whatever you would call this, area, to get a crossfire into this. And the mediums here are kind of doing a counter push to both decap and, I guess, hope to overmatch this area. But they should have a pretty hard time pushing all the way forward, since the heavies from here can support. Pretty interesting game, because, like, these mediums can shoot those heavies, our mediums can shoot their heavies, like everyone can shoot everyone. It's kind of a game of who focuses better. But actually, Omni managed to defend the north really, really well. I'm pretty sure they were outnumbered, at least of what it looked like in the mini map. They didn't even lose a tank there, if I can count correctly. And they're now gonna just counter push with the mediums. Get all the map control, really nice spreading out, not forgetting the one line in the castle. But also going fast. I mean, there's only 3 minutes left. You don't want to let all these tanks relocate here, there's also your RT there, so you don't want to waste too much time. Oh, we have some nice switching tanks by Liam. 95 should get taken out really soon. Okay, it's a bat chat first. 97 over there is pretty much in the open, and the game, I guess, is over by now. Well, wow, that was pretty interesting. Like, not really what I tend to do in redshire. Oh, I tend to do no. Yeah, sometimes I do what Works did, although, or at least what Works did at the beginning. I don't know if that was actually their initial plan or not, but what I like to do in redshire is to get heavies here, and then mediums here, and then rush in, either with the heavies under here, and keep support here, or with the mediums here, and have supporting heavies here. Which might have been actually their initial plan until Liam countered that, but yeah, really interesting play by Liam, or by Omni, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming Liam was leading all of these actually, because because Alexander is also wadied. So, that's that.